Kriemhild. Kriemhilde. Kriemhilde. Oh, I think I'll just stick with Vapefly. The tank comes in two standard versions, the P or Peace version as shown here, or the W or War version, which has half the viewing window encased in a metal covering. There's also of course a TPD issue for all those that enjoy filling their tanks every 5 minutes. The Kriemhild II sub-ohm tank is somewhat shorter than the original. It's now been shrunk to 25mm diameter, which means it's going to fit on the majority of mods. But just quickly speaking of the original tank, these coils are not going to be compatible, unfortunately. The original coils were much bigger. What Vapefly are relying on with this tank is the success rate of the 3-chord duplex mesh technology, which effectively turns one sheet of mesh into two by way of a negative dividing pin. The coils use the now standard plug and play system, although it did seem as though these coils were struggling to sight themselves within the chimney. This clearly wasn't an issue, as I suffered no leaking while testing. The top cap uses a quarter turn release system, and there's plenty of knurling here as well as at the base. The two sizable fill ports work well, and the silicone openings and seal on the underside of the top cap make for mess-free maintenance. So how does the patented duplex coil perform? I'd have to say the ramp up time is significantly improved, and the power seems to be there the instant you hit the fire button. But the problem I found was that even at the recommended maximum output of 60 watts, it remains something of a cool vape. I was able to vape outside of these parameters, but it did little to add any warmth, and attempting to chain vape led to a few dry hits. So in general, I'm a bit disappointed by Vapefly's new Mesh 2.0 technology and its restrictions. Having said all this, you're still going to get good flavour and cloud production. It just comes at the sacrifice to various categories such as desserts, bakery, custard profiles that rely on that added warmth. I was able to vape outside of these parameters, but it did little to anything to... Fuck off! I was able to vape outside of these parameters, but it did little to add anything to the... For fuck's sake, can't get this fucker right!